All right, fire babies. Now I'm doing you on a solo dolo today because I want to see what's coming out in the fire sign energy. All right. Now, how y'all doing out there today? I do hope everything is going well out there in La La Land. I'm still configuring. Now, a light at the end of the tunnel. Now, I think something might be getting turned upside down because I didn't even pay attention to them upside down. So we're going to pay attention to that. But let's see. Now I got my my tablet up here so I can see the time. And it's 95% charging, as well as 4:38 p.m. See, I see a light at the end of the tunnel. I really do. You know, something coming into balance. Focus. Let me see. Yeah, look at that. 33. Now this is a nurturing energy, you know, over the community. You know, sometimes this is Mother Nature. It's Empress energy. Let me see. 33, master teacher number. Teamwork. 5 of Pentacles. That's what I'm looking at. 2 Pentacles, 3 Pentacles. You know, it could be something in regards to money, energy. It's so funny that I was just talking about. I was gonna come on and I'm looking at fulfillment stick out as well. I just was saying to myself, I'm going to see what's going on in the energies. Like something is plural. Let me see. Now she didn't fall out in the reverse. But she did fall back. And you know, sometimes she's not in the light. And she fell back that way towards that. Now we got 22 showing up here. Now I'm going to look at her in this manner because she's more in the dark. Now this could be a misuse of intuition, acting on bias or prejudice, and lack of emotional control. And you see how you're fighting? Now this does indicate standing your ground. But we see in the community. Now we also seen the nurturing energy, you know, but it's the master teacher. I don't know. It's like some contradictory energies going on here. Energies. Let me see. That's the ego. And we got the Venus energy. That's that Empress energy. Right here. Wow, look at all those notifications. And we got Gemini. Now we know that Gemini is the number 3. Now we know that Gemini, you know, is the Page of Swords. little gossip, rumors, you know, spying. But let me see. Now I do feel like something is being activated because it's cross-pollinated. And look at this. Abundance on this right here. Jupiter. And now it's about expansion, growth. Oh, and it's 23. Oh my God. So let me tell y'all. So you know I've been, I don't know, spirit works in mysterious ways. And I was looking at this channel today. I think it's called For No Fame. You know, I don't really look at his channel, not to say anything against him, because, you know, he talk about Hollywood a lot. And you know, sometimes I do want a little, you know, update on regards to Hollywood, but I really don't indulge that much. Not really. But anyway, I've been telling y'all that I've been seeing 23 a lot. And I clicked into his channel, and Spirit put it right there in my face. He said it's like it made me zoom in on his jersey number, which is 23. So I actually looked up everybody that wore the number 23 jersey. Now, you know, they use these numbers for a reason when they put them in the spotlight. Now, LeBron James, they got all these images going around of him being pregnant. It's crazy. Let me show you. and I'm just looking at the abundance. Now, I don't know. And I'm saying I see a nurturing energy. Look, 444 on the freaking clock. What the hell? What the heliante? Let me see, LeBron James. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I don't know if they're gonna. Let me see. See, look. You see, he's pregnant right there. Now, I don't know if that's ritualistic or what the heck is going on. You see how they got him all out there, and he threatening to sue people. Look at him pregnant right there. What the hell? You see? Look at him. And you see the number 23 jersey. Now, Michael Jordan jersey, you can look up and see all the people, but, you know, all this stuff is ritualistic. And the Lakers. The lake. Ocean energy. All this water rituals that's going on. It's crazy. Now, it's funny that he had a number 6 jersey right there. That is him. I didn't know they changed up jerseys. See, I don't know nothing about, or is there somebody else? It looks like him. Yeah, that's him. I didn't know they changed up jerseys. I don't know, y'all. Somebody leave it in the comment if you got any ideas of what the frick is going on with that. And look, at the bottom of the deck is perception. A light at the end of the tunnel. Alright, let me see. do think you're going to see something clearly, though. Now, let me see something. I want to see what the challenge is for cross-pollinating. This one is see. Now, we know that Trump is Gemini energy. That's what he is. He is the ruling authority regardless, you know, whether we want it or not. And he right here in the, yeah. He would turn right to a rebirth with 27, because I be saying that number a lot as well. How about that? Now let me see. Mercury, solar flares, retrograde. Let me see. What number is this 3? Now the challenge is the situation may be more complex than you think. So be willing to dig in. Gemini energy can be shallow and oversimplified, as it encourages breath rather than death. So you have to add death consciously. You know? Right here with this right here. Now this is kind of a little shallow to make LeBron a little pregnant, because they saying that he's pregnant by Diddy. You know, a lot of things is coming to the light. But I don't know if that necessarily got to do with, I don't know. Let me see. Let me just continue. Now, the gift is, Gemini's gift is an open mind and a sense of universal siblinghood. We are all in this together. The souls know how to find itself back in an equilibrium if we just let all parts communicate. Help the unexpressed feelings, persons, and elements within the community be heard. All right, let's see. Now we definitely got to pull from Alice in Wonderland, and we seen the community card. We seen the master teacher number. And I said something, it was upside down. Now, of course, you need to stand your ground. Now, even though, you know, you know, you got a lot of right fighters out here. And some people are determined to hold on to the lie. And even though they're in their feelings, you know, everybody wants what's best for them. Most of the time. You know what I'm saying? But it's not always about me. And you know, a lot of people think that you're supposed to turn the other cheek. You're always supposed to operate in love, but this is war. That's why this is here. Let me see. You know, you can't keep turning the cheek, boo. Now, impossible things is here. Working through disbeliefs, imaginative beliefs, and a fresh perspective. This is also saying to use your time well. Make every moment count. Now this is 34 and this is 24. And 13 is at the bottom of the deck. We all must have prizes. And that has a lot to do with this karmic daggone wheel. Now actually, let me just clarify it in regards to Alice in Wonderland. And you see, trying to please everyone. You can't be people pleasing out here. You know, even though people, how can I say this? I'm going to use this for an example. Now, the United States is the only place that opened up their borders to everybody. You know, you could come over here, live illegally, you know, take on resources, but you have a whole group of people that live in the United States that are being jeopardized by this misuse of resources. You know, your tax dollars pay for illegal activity. Now I'm looking at 453. Now 453 is 345, but it still is out of order. Let me see something. Let me see something. You know? Oh, hell no. This shit is about to change around here. Now, let me see. All must have practice meaning. Oh, they actually even got a book. The state of British education arguing that the decline of standards and the rise in illiteracy are linked to cultural and moral relativism. The book suggests that the undermining of a teacher authority and the rejection of systematic instructions have contributed to the decline in educational outcomes. Phillips also offers a blueprint for restoring authority and meaning to society. Wow. Wow. I didn't even know it was a book. Yeah, like order need to be, you know, we see in a community, which is society. Let me say something. Yeah, how did Alice in Wonderland need, oh, it's still bringing that up. It's still bringing that up. Let me see. Yeah, but yes, they even have the little bird. Let me see what the bird. Let me see. Now it says let me see what the bird is talking about. Let me see. What's this bird? It's a dog. Let me see the doggo bird. Let me just look up what that means. The dotto bird conjecture is a controversial topic in psychotherapy, referring to the claim that all empirical validated psychotherapies, regardless of their specific components, produce equivalent outcomes. It is named after the Dadu character in Alice's Wonderland. The conjecture was introduced by, let me see. Now, the surrounding debate is primarily centered around whether the difference in treatments contribute to their success, failure, or if all therapies are equally effective. Now, it's making me think about energies. Because therapy is an energy, because there's an energy behind the action. Now, the importance of this continuing debate surrounding the Dodelberg verdict stems from its implication for professionals involved in the field of psychotherapy. Now, let me see. I almost said Friday. And we do see the rebirth, is associated with that. Trying to please everyone. Oh, let me see. Now she got this thimble in her hand. Why is this salt? I don't know what it is. But every time I look at it, it makes me think about a thimble. When you're sewing something? I don't know why. That's what it looked like. But I don't know what the heck it is. It kind of makes me think of a salt shaker or a thimble. See, find the lesson. God damn it. Yo, when I said spirit is crazy. Discover the purpose in this situation. Trust that you are learning. And see, with the mad freaking hatter and always tea time, it's like always the same old. And doing the same thing, expecting different is madness. Oh my God. Order out of chaos. Let me see. What is going on here? Now, okay, I take off the mask. With fresh perspective. The 11th house. Humanitarianship, service, light worker, starseed, purpose, what you came here on this realm to do, intuition, and look at temptation. 19. The sun. Anytime you see temptation, it's just, you see the shadow. Representing the Leo. Let me see. And soulmate. Now that could have something to do with sibling rivalries, temperance energy with the number 14, and dreams. With the number 3, could be community. 3rd house, cross-pollinate. See, the hermit, the wild, devil energy. But anytime you see the lantern and the red, the fire, find the lesson. Discover the purpose in this situation and trust that all will be well. Now, I don't know why. It's something about me. And I don't think, even though I read for signs, I always think it comes back to this overall life lesson. Like everybody have a particular style in regards to what they pick up. And you see a lot of people pick up spell work, and even though sometimes I pick up that I think it's all spell, because it's the magician, the mind, the illusions, the intrusions. Like it's all fire and air. It's all fire. It's all war on the mental. And boy, we in that for a long time. At the bottom of the deck is self-sabotage. With the number 2. Because of the hole in the soul. The shadows. Damn. I swear, Spirit right there got 23 and it says patience. Discover your life purpose with the number 29. Now, I don't know. I didn't even think that these cards had the reoccurring numbers. 29. This is 29. Find the lesson. What is going on? Alright, let me see. What is going on? We gotta stop trusting in these people. We find. I'm gonna give another example. Like Tamika Mallory. Now I don't know if you're familiar with her, but she was one of the first people that came out. You don't even see her no more, and it's so crazy. I was just thinking about today, oil pulling for your teeth, and it just went away because it was big on TikTok. And I don't know if it's just like pulling teeth. It's like painful. And it just went away. And I'm like, what in the heck ever happened to that? Because, it was so big and everybody was selling it. And something had to go down with it for it to just disappear like that right there. I'm looking at 88, 506. I seen the 6. We see some change. 6 is coming to that equilibrium. See, with the cross to bear here. Sticking out. What is it? The mice. Now we got introspection. 7 of Pentacles. 11 to the 12. Impossible things. Fresh perspective. You see, sometimes you gotta leave people behind. You see how one bird is taking flight? People that want to continue to hold on to the lie. They want to just hold on. You know? And it's so crazy that this is also representing fire, the gremlins. And it's so, I did a reading in regards to that. The gremlins. It's like the water, the purification, it makes them, you know, more agitated. When you're trying to wipe the memory clean. And it's right up under, you know, Gemini energy. You know? Just think about what she got to deal with. All this sickness around her. Now look at the gremlin right there. Look at it. This is the same one right here. Yeah. Same one. Now, I was looking at the walk from the ancestors. And she was talking about sundown towns. And she mentioned that you got vampires and you got werewolves. Lightworker starseeds, werewolves. Then you got the vampires. Now, I used these cards yesterday. And I was wondering, what the heck? This was what Spirit put on my mind today. Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? Hold on, y'all. And this came out. And I'm like, what the hell? Now we know that there's conspiracy theories in regards to cannibalism. Now we know there's a real thing. And it just made me think about the organ trafficking. And you know, I mean, like it's so huge, right? I'm like, what? It is not that much organ transplant in the world. You understand what I'm saying? Like, okay, you need a heart, but how many people? You know what I'm saying? Where this is such a consistent thing? No, this got to be something else going on. Thinking that this is actually food. This is food. Because what she was talking about, it was this, all this was just registering to me. And if you go back and look at that reading that I did, I forget what did I put it on. Oh, the Mermaid Ori. I'm gonna put this on the Mermaid Ori channel. Yes, I am. Because this is universal. Or I might put it on my Aries channel. One of them. Yeah, I might put it on my Aries channel. Alright, let me see. See? Now this It's the 8th house and the 9 of Pentacles, representing a high priestess, mystery, loss. But it's also coupled with liberation, independence. It's just like a rebirth. Use your time well, cross-pollinate. Right here with soulmates. Damn. Let me see what that is now. That's 11, 14, and 15. And it's so crazy when she was talking about what is going on in these sundown towns, which was very interesting. But she was talking about, adaptation and the sun. And you know how some people are affected by the sun, not fully adapting to it. But she was questioning dinosaurs. I actually think they was dragons, and she actually did kind of mention that in that as well. With wings, dinosaurs with wings. I was like, yeah, now we on the same page. Because I actually think that the dinosaurs was the dragons. Flying dragons. Flying dinosaurs. And I think that's those damn things that's eating, feeding. I don't know if it's that or what. I don't know. Something. Trust that you are learning though. Now a lot of these downloads that you should be getting yourself, it should be, coming in straight from the source. Because this is crazy. Helping you to piece together the pieces. Let me see. Yeah. The labyrinth, the journey. Light at the end of the tunnel. With the red on. Light at the end of the tunnel. Because why would that be lined up with Jupiter? The high priest is in reverse. Well, see, something, this expansion and growth. Trust that you are learning. Let me see. Yeah, use your time well. With the clock. Now let me see if I can get a little something, because I know it's something more into this versus what the card is going to give me. But I want to see, and look what's here at the bottom of the deck. The tree of knowledge. And it's also a couple with the 7 deadly sins. Now, this is at the bottom of the deck. The fox, 14. And it got a lot to do with this red energy. This Malcolm X energy. This Muhammad Ali energy. This ritual. You see it's going on. This Malcolm X energy. And just before it happened, I told you that we was about to get a big fish. And this is what they call it, big fish. All this water and lake energy ritual. Now, over there, what's her name? Miss Sam. Now, she actually used to live in the same area where they, Malcolm X took him out. And what's it? I forget it's another tarot card reader. I just instinctively know when people is tapped in. I know. And she did a whole reading on it. Now, I'm not saying that any other ones wasn't, but it was just so specific in the questions. I can't think of her name. But she's an investigator. She mostly do weird readings. But Miss Sam, she's so familiar with it, and she's very attuned to orishas and esoteric knowledge. Even that landmass over there and what goes on over there, living over there. Wow. You understand what I'm saying? She gave a lot of insight on that. Very gifted with the cards. Not to say that everybody get it right all the time, you know? But let me see. Girl, I know. Now the card right here, it says, my appearance brings time to the forefront of importance. I may be approaching or passing, so be attentive. Use me wisely to provide perspective. Look around me to better understand my involvement. Certain cards may slow me down, but sometimes a quick action may get you the crown. Because because everybody wants to be queen. These people want to be queen. They want your energy. Right here, this is telling you to use your time well. Go within. Because the Hermit is right here. Now, it's a reading that I just did that said that some of y'all passed the test. But you're already going to know when people want to hold on to the lie, to the past, these false leaders, these teachers. They can see, everything in black and white. Where smoke, there's fire. And there's still, hold these pastors, these preachers, these teachers, with no avail. When you show the people the proof. They don't have no true discernment. These are the people that, like to stay up under rulership. They like it. They want to go along to get along, boo. Now let me see. This is crazy. Let me see. Where can I pull from? Let me see. I don't know if I want to be. I might have to come back Let me see. I'm already in here 45 minutes because I don't hold y'all too long. Let me see. That kind of stuck to my hand like that. You see? Defend. This is Scorpio, ain't it? Yeah. I'm just looking at the sign. And it's on Venus energy. And I said this nurturing, Mother Nature has this nurturing energy over the community with impossible things. Imaginative leaps. You see how the bird, the owl, the wisdom, the introspection. Woo! With, the unveiling, the mask is coming off. With the moon, Scorpio. Sun is definitely coming to the light. And I'm looking at balance and provide stick out here. And it's so crazy that I was just talking about Malcolm and his late war. Look at that. Look at the water in the boat. Now, it's so many different situations going on. They talking about he went on vacation with his family. And then I hear stories that she wasn't there. Then he went out there in the water with his daughter. And three went out and only one came back. What the heck is going on? There's something going on with that. It's like they didn't even think of that. Now you got care and work. Cancer energy. Now this is confidence. Now this is growing wisdom showing up, but this is the card right here. As we move to growth and expansion. Now intention is here. We'll find their lesson. Now I want to see what that card say. That ain't even a book. Let me see. Now this definitely look like something from the bottom of the sea. Not sure what it is. It look like coral reefs or something like that. Let me just show you. Now Scorpion, I told you, would defend. And that says this card represents defense and resistance. In ancient Egypt, the scorpion was seen as a guardian and protector of the souls of the dead as they made their way from this life. In ancient Greece, Scorpios was a giant scorpion who defended the animals of the world from destruction at the hand of the giant Orion. Now maybe that's those daggone things I was talking about, the dragon. I don't know if they're for us or, I don't know. Now it says, despite their intimidating appearance and weapon-like stinger, the scorpion rarely attacks unless they are first threatened. Most scorpions, in fact, produce sound and even squirt warning shots of venom in order to ward off predator before taking an extreme step of stinging them. This card is one of fierce protection and guardianship, but also the ability to fight back if necessary. Yeah, and I see strength in a cup. The Ace of Cups. Next. Now the Scorpion card may be reminding you that sometimes words and postulations are not enough to be heard. This card of dynamic defense, of taking action and standing up to the face of adversity. While the Protect card, page 27, may urge you to shield, the Defend card reminds you that you may also need to draw your sword. That's why she got this freaking bat. He, she, whatever. You know, you can't just sit idly by and think that things is going to change itself. I told y'all, no more middleman. Ain't no Jesus coming back to save nobody. They got you out here waiting on fairy tale. That's the illusion. That's the psyop. Now, if people want to hold on to Jesus, let them hold on to Jesus. But those, and now if you agree with what I'm saying, those are the people that you need to get the hell out of your energy. Those are the Judas. That's going to keep you stuck. This. Wanting you to sacrifice yourself. Now let me see. Now it says defense is a necessary tool for survival and can often be accompanied by resistance, confrontation, and struggle. However, sometimes defense behavior can be misplaced and led to subordinateness, pigheadedness, or fragility in the face of criticism. Be careful to question what you are staunchly defending and deconstruct it. Listen to constructive criticism and come to a better understanding of your position. Everybody's position is different. Right is right and wrong is wrong. You know what I'm saying? The right way. Now let me see. I think, let me see what this intention card is talking about. Yeah, we know that you just need to have confidence. Confidence that you are learning. There goes spirit. And you are moving. This is a jellyfish. Yeah, and they sting like hell. Now this card represents intention and psychological sensitivity. See? And we read that thing in regards to the number the gremlin. Or was that the number 23? What? I don't know. I forget. Now it says the jellyfish is near translucent. And I don't know. Let me see. Despite seeming to move with the ocean, jellyfish have intent and purpose, propelling themselves and creating small vortexes in their wake. The vortex. Now it says, while the salmon card, page 96, project the ideal of swimming against the current. And then see how they talking about Malcolm and the current and all that. And then it said the jellyfish encourages you to work with the current, to find your way. Now it's a card of going with the flow and trusting the process, setting your intention in the first step. Trusting in the universe and the path it has set for you is the second. Now it says, now trusting in the universe, of course, attuning to the universe. Understanding that you are the God of your life. Now when I tap into Orishas, I understand that I am them, they are me. Now, a lot of these names and all these gods has been, transformed to Greek mythology and all that stuff right there. But Spirit, I think she understands that. Because a lot of them is the same thing. Hijacked, misplaced, misnamed, and all that, Now, it says the jellyfish are sensitive to changes in the water temperature. I told you, with the gremlin. It had become an unwitting omen of the climate change. And I was just talking about climate change. These fucking vampires, y'all. As waters become warmer and the oceans are disrupted, coral is dying and jellyfish are gathering more frequently and outside of their regular habitats in great numbers. These mass gatherings can lead to altered nutrition in the water, creating a ripple effect on other animals and plant life. And that's why you got so much going on. And they talking about climate change, I don't know. Just think about the animals, the behavior. All this dead fish, there's a lot going on. This creature's sensitivity to change is ominous of danger and impending doom in our climate. I'm telling you, they dying the hell out, y'all. Their time is up. Their time is up. And they doing everything, sending in their little minions to try to get you to conform, to be passive, demonstrate apathy. It is what it is. Hell no. Yeah, get those monkeys off your damn back. Hell no. Now it says, jellyfish card urges awareness of the world around us. It is a card of changing your intention to something better and more beneficial. That's right. You can't keep doing the same old. Talking about peaceful protest. That shit don't get you no damn where. Nowhere. Wasted energy. Can't keep feeding the beast, boo. You can't keep feeding the beast. That's why they have you out here protesting. That's your energy. It just gives me a whole nother idea in regards to why they do these things, But dang. Just think about all when they did that thing in what happened in Hawaii. All those kids was gone on the bus. I ain't heard a parent say nothing about all these missing kids. Where is the kids? Where are they? Where are all these children? I'm telling you, this is fucking food. and all these false leaders and teachers and shit sending you into a burning damn building, holding on to these Democrat and Republican parties. No, they ass got to go. And there's the water. And there's the storm. That bitch is coming. Now, is it these cards? I think I want to pull from the mermaids. Boy, this is long. That's right up under the moon. Four of Swords. And there's the freaking moon. And see? The Seven of Wands. Yeah, their ass is about to get it. Wake up. Ace of Cups. As I said that, I see a little healing going on, taking off the mask. This is what we sometimes call the sleeping giant waking up from his coma. Four, 1, 1. What? 4 and 11. And on this side is Temperance and Foresight. Now it's making me think about Harry Potter, the magician. He was flying the freaking dragons. Now I don't know. Now we got this. Damn. Spirit is not playing. It's about to go down. And look at this. That's the Tower. 7 deadly sins. 7 of Cups. Dreams. Now the star is under confidence. The 2 of Pentacles. Soulmates. You know? Use your time well. 24. Again with this Jupiter energy, expansion. I always see 24 as Jupiter energy. Cross-pollinate. Right next to this, boo. All this together. Wow, this is big. This is big. Emperor and 6 of Cups. And the Emperor is next to the star. Now we know that the Emperor could be authority because he is under the High Priestess. However, it could be you too. But let's see. Because we got our 2 of Pentacles and we got our 10. You know, sometimes this is stress, weight of the world, but something is coming to an end. Balance these energies. It's making me think about what's the name of that? What's the name of that with Damon Wayans and what's the name of the movie? I think it might be Beneficial. And she said, look at all these monies. Let me see. I think it's Beneficial. I think it's something family. Damon Wayans. Let me see. Why did she come up? Damon Wayans. Keisha Campbell. I know if I'm spelling the name right. Where's the name? My Wife and Kids. Damn, I was just talking about where the kids at. Yeah, where they at? Seems to be a big heist on them. Let's see. Now, Temperance and a portal, the mirror. It was so crazy. I was thinking about portals today. How people how they gain, energy through you through the phone. People. Now we got the Seven of Swords. Yeah. Choices. Taking the mask off. Seeing the real you. The moon going into a portal. The 8th house. With this Scorpio, Venus energy. The spirit about to show you something, buddy. In regards to the deception. A fresh perspective. Mm-hmm. And it's just making me think about, and I'm not saying that they are evil and anything like that right there. But I think we need to be mindful of the redhead at this time. And maybe it's just a psyop on their energy. Because you had this whole big old thing in regards to gingers are black. But now you got all this redhead stuff going on with Affinity and the girl that had her kid, kidnapped. I'm telling you, all this stuff is ritualistic. And you don't even know what AI, you don't know what's true or what's false. I done seen so many videos look just like real people, look like it's really going on. And it's AI generated. And we got the King of Pentacles here under the Ace of Cups. 7 of Pentacles. Venus energy. Impossible things. It's giving me good energy. Could be some friggin' money too. Give me some money going on. Let me see. Who starts these trends and stuff like that right there? I don't know. It just made me think about that because she got this red hair over here. And they came together. And this is going with the current, because he's in, all these tumultuous waters. Like Malcolm. They said he was going against the current. He was going against the grain. Now, it made me think about his wife. Now, you hear some people talking about that she's a lawyer. Then you hear some people talking about that she was playing on Law and Order. Child, why you got people that's secretive? When you love somebody, you ain't hiding the people out that you love. I don't care how private you are. You got all these other relationships out there in the forefront. Why you what's the secretiveness about? It's weird. Just think about people that's, on Facebook, always talking about a relationship at the end, but you don't never see their man. And I understand the controversy when it comes around to posting your people up on the internet and stuff like that. But that shouldn't be the case in a marriage. That's weird. Why am I a freaking secret? Who? Are you kidding me? No, something ain't right. Something ain't right. How would you feel being a secret? Not, you don't want nobody to know who I am. What the frick is going on with that? Now the star and the high priestess is lined up together with confidence. Trust that you are learning. But I don't know, you got some dark energy down here too. You know? But they dying out. That's why this is why this is next to them. Find the lesson. They dying out. That's why I read that shit out about that. They can't adapt to the sun. Action on the community. Now I just did that reading in regards to land and all that. It's going to be right up under this one. If anybody want to look at that, where the little snack card came out, I'm going to put it up there. Is that on this channel? I think no. You got to go to the Mermaid Aries channel to look at that. I don't know if I can post that video, because I'm putting this on the Aries channel because I get a little bit more views over there. And I titled it Fire Signs. That's what I started out saying. And look at that. Eight of Pentacles. Temperance. There's some trade going on. And there's the sword at the bottom of the deck. And the bitch don't play. Now the sword is about clarity. But it's a weapon. Then it say you gotta pick up your sword. Pick it the hell up. And defend yourself. Because they trying to eat you, boo. They think you're a whole fucking snack guy. Now let me see. Let's close it out with you see the narcissist? With the mirror. Yeah. The billionaires. The money, the ones that want your energy. Mm-hmm. However, I think it's a psyop on narcissists in regards to self-love. And now you got evil eye protection. I got my evil eye right there. Now you got gaslighting and the oracle. Now this is with that Nine of Pentacles. It do look like, and we was talking about that Gemini energy, Trump, the gremlins, confidence. Understand that you're going to be able to see through the gaslighting. Use your time well. Don't gaslight. Be about it. Be about it. Oracle. And you know that the oracle is all these gods. You can have false gods, you can have true gods. But be the light. Trust that you're learning. You're the oracle. You gotta tap in the spirit. Now that's a lot of money right here at the end. I just noticed that. 9 and 8. It's 17. This is just give me the star again. You know? Getting your mind right. Is somebody jealous? But they got to get it. The sword. Somebody jealous, B. They mad because they ain't got the right. They need your energy to feed off of. Without you, it would be no them. But they dying out. Just know that. Alright, boo. That's your message. That was that. I didn't think that was going to come out like that right there. But 5:53 on the clock. 76%. Alright. See you later. Hey, that was a whole hour and 16 minutes. Damn.